Hi guys, thanks again for joining me. For those of you who are just tuning in, I'm Anne and I give general love readings focusing on divine partners, and that includes soulmates, twin flames, karmic connections, past life connections, and all relationships pertaining to love. If you landed here for the very first time, thank you for joining me, and I hope that you can stay and watch because there is a message that is meant for you. We all are sent different messages. They don't come from me, but actually from the divine, and this reading video I hope can deliver that message to you. Take what resonates with you and just leave what doesn't. We get reading videos sent to us many times and there's messages and sometimes there isn't, but that's okay. Okay, so now that we are at the end of March, it's feeling like spring. I mean, I'm getting the spring fever. The only thing is that sometimes the weather is not cooperating so much in Cleveland. Yeah, we get it a little bit later. Like some of you in the southern states, they get it a little bit sooner, and that's okay. I'm happy that I have that springtime energy, that feeling, and that's the way we want to bring in this new beginning that is meant to happen in our lives, whatever that may be, whatever you're planning. I hope you have your planners out, and I hope you got that major plans set out for the summer or winter or whatever you're planning on. This is a time for planting seeds, and planting seeds represents making new beginnings. And you know what? That's how the sprouts come up, and that's how they are rooted inside of us, because when we plant the seeds inside of us, we kind of like explore and we expand our spirituality in so many different ways. So this is why I invite you to do this as well. Focus on the love that you have in your heart and just let it grow from there. That's what I always say. And that will help you to encounter whatever you're doing in your life, whatever challenges you're going through. We all have them. But, you know, when you start from somewhere, and that's like a little seed of positivity, a little seed of love, a little seed of joy, just plant it and just watch it grow. Yeah, and it's sometimes it takes a little longer than, you know, what we expect. But you know what? You wouldn't have it any other way because it's divine. It's perfect. It's going to be the greatest spring, summer, fall, winter, ever. And that's what you have to say. 2019 is going to be my year. We're going to do this. Yes, all together. Okay. So I just want to thank you all for liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, and all the support you've given me. It means the world to me. And I can't tell you how much gratitude I have for you guys. I really, really appreciate you. And I really love you guys. If there was more I can do, I would do, but there's only so much that I can do. So these reading videos, I've been doing them for now 2 years on the dot. And it's really exciting how much my channel has grown and how many people I've met. I mean, I just love meeting everyone and just sharing whatever stories you have and my stories. And we just collaborate. We all can join in as one. It's like a uniting of energies around the world. And I love it. Okay, so without further delay, let's begin the reading. Okay, I've laid out the cards, and the two decks that I used today were the Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle cards by John Holland and Magical Unicorns Oracle cards, Doreen Virtue. Two beautiful decks and two of my favorites. Okay. This side, Divine Masculine. This side is geared upon Divine Feminine. Both sides together is a complete reading. Basically, we carry both Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine inside of us. That I like to split them apart just so we could see both sides. It's easier to understand situations, and sometimes we can lean towards more on one than the other. Everybody is different. We go from one to the next, and it could go on a weekly basis. I see this all the time. So the first card that came up for the Divine Masculine, worth waiting for. Your patience will be rewarded. Now, as the Divine Masculine has been going through a lot of deep purging, deep releasing of previous energies. And the previous energies that have been released are basically because Divine Masculine is waiting for something. They have their hopes up high. They're looking forward to that change or that transition that they geared upon, that they've set out intention for. Though they've been scared, though they've been holding on to a lot, the ego-based energy has to be released before it can amplify those feelings, those energies. So here we see releasing to the highest. As you can see, he's releasing. And where he's releasing, a lot of, you know, it feels like ego. It feels like things that just don't serve a purpose. And when there's nothing that's meant to be there, I mean, yeah, we tend to hold on to things. And did you ever see sometimes when you hold on to like stuff that you don't even need and you don't even know about and you've even forgot about, it collects dust, it collects, you know, debris, and it just, sometimes it just deteriorates and it wears out, and we've held on to it for no reason, keeping it in a place where it's holding on to space. Space means time, space means money, space means we are holding on, we are wasting that precious space, that something else can be there. That's basically what release is. Releasing something like this man is doing in this card. He's releasing his clothing that are old and they're not meant to be there anymore. He's got a light inside of him, as you can see, something empowering with so much coming through, so much coming out of him, that he is releasing it because there is something that he is waiting for, something that he is prepared for. While he's waiting for it, he knows that there is a big, big change that is underway. And when it's a change, it's going to make the world of difference. You can't feel happy until you find the happiness inside of you. When you're always looking at the glass half empty and never looking at, oh, excuse me, when you're looking at the glass half empty, you kind of like miss out on something. Maybe there's that person that you're waiting for and that person just doesn't seem like they are ever going to get it. Are you wasting your time? Well, that's not for me to say. I can't say that because a lot of times it's worth waiting for. And, you know, it's more about releasing. So it's kind of like you have to go what your gut is telling you, and no one can make that decision because maybe it's time to release that person from your circle. Kind of like, yeah, you know that that person is worth waiting for. So yeah, you are going to hold on. But in the meantime, are you really moving forward? Are you really circulating your energy? It's time to release that bondage feeling, because if you're sitting by a phone or sitting by a text, waiting for a text, I should say, that's not going to happen until it happens. You're not going to make it happen any much more quicker. Putting your energy into something that is not happening currently is not going to get it going faster. I mean, a lot of people think that if they send off this energy, calling that person to them, I mean, if they feel that way, I mean, I can't say no and I can't say yes, because how long do we know timing was supposed to be initially? You know, and that's what you have to do, what makes you feel comfortable. If that feeling you're getting is like making you feel like you're wasting yourself, then you know what? That means you're wasting yourself. It's not because it's not a thing that will ever happen. If it does, fine, but you need to focus on what the current situation is and release it. Releasing whatever it is that you're holding on to, because there's something else out there for you. It's worth waiting for. Worth waiting for something to come into your life. Now, like I said, if you're thinking about this person and you're saying, you know what, it's not really worth it anymore for me. I don't know why I'm holding on to it. Because you're codependent, could be, or could just be that you don't see this person ever, you know, changing, that it's not worth it. So that's why you have to ask yourself. You have to release it. As Mercury retrograde ends, slowly goes into transition to slowly fade off, taper off, but we're still going to have the shadow phase. It's a time to release that. Letting go of stress. Maybe you're stressful. Energy is all because you're putting too much pressure on yourself. Don't take on other people's stress. Breathe it out now. Because when you breathe out, when you let go, you're letting go of something that has been like a weight on your shoulders. Remember those rocks we talked about? Yeah. That backpack with the rocks, with the stones. Those stones, each stone represents something that you've been holding on to. That's the stress. Because it's time to just let it go. As we come now, the springtime energies, and you know, I know sometimes it's not the weather I'm talking about. I'm talking about just the new beginnings, because yeah, you see all the summer flowers, the spring flowers, the Easter, the Passover, everything that represents the spring season. And it's beautiful. Spring break, springtime love. It's all beautiful. But how are you ever going to feel all of that beautiful stuff if you're still stressing about something from the past? I really feel like this is a message for someone that stop looking at the past so deeply, because when you look at the past, you call on stress on yourself, because we can't go back in time. I really wish that Back to the Future was a real show that you can actually, pay someone, I want to go back like 20 years and, relive something. That would be wonderful. We would all do it. But when it doesn't happen, how do we go on with life and just say, okay, I'm good with it, and I'm just going to live my life like I'm in the past? A lot of people still think that they're in a, kind of like a time zone where they try to change things. By doing this, you're not seeing things for what they are. Refusing to see what is on the surface currently, what is on the surface right now, is your light. It's all about you shining yourself to find what that inner peace is. I'm sorry, my camera's a little crooked, so it just bothers me. If you're refusing to see something, and maybe it's not about what I'm saying. Maybe there is something else. Maybe that person you're with is refusing to see who you both are together. Why is this person not getting me? Why is this person never coming towards me? Why don't they realize what we have together? And you're stressing about it. Just stop stressing. Let them see. They will see, but they're refusing right now. Divine masculines have a lot on their mind right now. As you can see, they stress, they're refusing, they're stressed. It seems like there's a certain tension building up with the divine masculines, but though they're still holding on to it. It's a new pattern. It's something new. I just noticed this. Where the divine masculine has been coming out of it, they're starting to go back in a little bit. Not that I'm saying divine masculine is going to stay in a place where they shouldn't be, but it just looks like there's like a lot of stress that they're holding on to. And it could be because it's the springtime, it's a new beginning, it's a new energy, a new feeling of light that they don't understand, and they don't feel like they're worthy of it. This is a time for divine masculines to rise up and finally start getting what they need in their life. Divine feminines, you are listening to your true feelings. But though there is something else that you're avoiding, and when you are avoiding it, you're doing exactly what the divine masculine counterpart is doing. It's like the both of you are kind of like going in the same direction. It's odd, but it is happening here because divine feminines are not hearing themselves completely. As it says in this card, don't let others talk you into doing something that you know is wrong. You have to listen to what is in your heart. You have to listen to what your heart is telling you. Open up to the divine truth. Open up to the love. Open up to the light. Otherwise, not opening up is causing you failing to see things. It's all about releasing, refusing to see, and opening up. Because when you're not listening to what that person is telling you, you're not hearing yourself. When they're not listening to you, you're not hearing yourself. So two wrongs don't make a right. It's time to just release it. We're seeing a lot of release in these cards. I'm picking up letting go and releasing, surrender, release and surrender. I think there's another purge coming through that may not be as easy as you think, but it is easier than what it could be because now you're getting it. Now you're advancing. See, everybody is starting to evolve spiritually, and this is what we talk about all the time. The reason why we do these things for ourselves, we work on ourselves, it's because we evolve spiritually. And when something does happen, yeah, nothing is ever perfect. We're all going through our own stuff. We're all going through our own trials and tribulations that we have to take over. I apologize, my little buzzers are always going off. I have 3 phones. It's time for us, all of us, to rise up and listen to what the heart is saying. The heart wants love. The heart wants to get out. The heart wants joy and happiness. Open it up. Open up to what Divine Feminine is saying as well. When you're not balanced and you're not letting yourself see that beautiful light that's inside of you, you're causing yourself a disservice, because you're not even giving in to what the divine feminine is wanting. The divine feminine just wants to be loved. I feel a lot of tears, emotions coming through again with the divine feminine. It just feels like a rumble is going on. There's some energy shifts here. Energy shifts that not negative. When I say energy shifts, it could be actually the opposite. It could actually be for the positive. If you're going through something that seems so chaotic, it's chaotic because chaos is causing you stress. Chaos is creating stress. Refusing to see what the divine feminines want and need. Opening up. Relax. This card is telling you, relax. Everything is okay. Don't worry. It's going to be fine. It's all going to be fine. Relax. Let God take over. Let the universe take over. You can't do anything without God. You can't make anything happen without God. I'm not pushing religion. I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about the higher peace, the higher love, the higher light that we all go by. We all have it. We all have it inside of us, and we all feel it. But if you're not living your life to the fullest potential, what you can do for yourself, making your dreams come true. Guys, it's about making your dreams come true. It's not just about making things light and saying, okay, it's going to be fine. No, it's about releasing the stress. We're seeing a lot of stress. I'm picking up a lot of stress. Maybe this week has been a little bit more extreme, or it's something that feels like it's extreme. It's not really extreme, but it can feel like that. I know for me, it always feels like it goes up and down, up and down. I mean, I'm not saying, oh, I had a bad week. I'm not saying I had a good week, but it can get a little bit like, okay, it's a little overwhelming. I need to slow down. I need to take it easy, especially now with, you know, the spring coming in. I have so many plans, but, you know, weather doesn't always cooperate. If it's raining, it might be a little snow. It might be a little cold. It might not be the way I want. But you know what? It's all good, because I know that it's starting to break. When it starts to break, I start to feel like myself, my authentic self, because I want everything that I can grab hold of, and that's to feel love. When I go out there, I feel love. I embrace love. I meditate. Meditation is very, very important. Just breathe. As you can see, it's about breathing in the love. Breathing in. By opening yourself, you're breathing in something more. You're not letting this feeling that is being held back. You're letting go of the stress when you just breathe. And I strongly recommend that you start meditating. Divine feminines, they need to start meditating, especially if you're feeling like you're never going to have things right and everything is not going to come through. You're stressing. You're not listening to what your heart is telling you. I strongly suggest to do some type of meditation, something where you're going inside yourself. There's many different types of meditational guides, and you can go on YouTube and look them up. I mean, there's a lot of them you can buy on iTunes as well. But whatever it is, meditate. And meditation is not difficult. It's all about breathing in positive joy, positive light, everything that you feel inside, just releasing it all, releasing all of that. And even if you go to a yoga class, I don't know if any of you do yoga, and if you do yoga, you'll understand what I'm talking about. When you're in those poses, you're kind of like in a trance, like in another state of mind. You feel a lot more heightened. You feel a lot better. You can feel like you're invigorated. Go for a good massage. I know I meditate all the time when I go for a massage. Massage therapy helps me not only to relax and massage my muscles, but it helps me to feel grounded. It helps me to breathe. It helps me to just release, because what you're doing is you're not just doing one specific thing. It's more about you breathing in. Reiki. Reiki is another hands-on healing. It's about healing the mind, body, the spirit. It's all about letting go and exercise, physical activities. All of these things combined, guys, it's going to help. Okay, I just had a technical error, but it's okay now. So as I was saying, yeah, any type of physical activity to bring out negativity, to purge it away. You know, it's releasing the toxins, even healthy eating does help a lot. I always talk about, you know, trying to eat cleaner, and we can't always eat 100%. I mean, try to stay away from things that you know that that's going to be a trigger. I always stay away from sugar. I don't eat any sugar except for fruit and maybe, you know, like the healthy stuff that is okay for you, that it won't affect you. But try to stay away from processed things as well, because when you do this, you're actually eating cleaner for your whole spirit energy, so that you can think better, you can be clearer better. Eat the way you want to eat. I'm not saying not to eat the good food that you like, because you'll eventually like the other food that I'm talking about. But try not to go back to the things that you know that will confuse you. They kind of like create like brain fog, so to speak. Also, it's all about what you create in the atmosphere around you. If you have people that you're dealing with, and I'm not talking about people as in they're bringing you down constantly, but I'm talking about family members, coworkers, friends that are always gossiping or always talking negative. Those kind of things can like be contagious, so to speak. And if your friend is like a Debbie Downer and always downing everything, you end up downing everything as well. And not that I'm saying that that person isn't good, because I'm not saying that. I'm saying that person has some issues, but they're not good for you for the time being, because when they're bringing your spirit down and bringing your vibration down, then, you know, who's going to bring you up? You know, you're the only person that's going to bring yourself up. So do something good for yourself. Talk to that person, maybe try to tell that person, I don't really want to talk about this topic. Can we change it? Or, you know, maybe stay away for a little while, just so that you can get yourself right. And maybe you're going to be the one that's going to turn things around by shining your light to that person, that they're going to say, I want what they want. Basically, just be a light. Being contagious in a positive way actually gives out positive energies, that the frequency goes up higher for everyone. You lift everyone's vibration. At the same time, yours even goes through the roof. So it's a win-win both ways. So as these cards are saying right here, it's something that is worth waiting for, whatever that may be. If it's something in your life that you're waiting for, that person that you've been involved with, maybe that person you're waiting for to come back, or that person is away, or that person is separated from you, it's worth waiting for. But there's also something else that you need to release. Maybe you're not getting it. Maybe you're not seeing it. It's something that you need to release. Maybe that person that you're waiting for is not the person you think. Whatever your situation is, I can't tell you what to do, but it's all about what calls out to you. Letting go of the stress by letting go of what has been holding you back, because the divine masculine is refusing to see it. Listen to your true feelings. Your heart is talking to you. Maybe it's something that you're refusing to see. Maybe you're not getting what they're saying. Maybe because you two are not coming together and seeing things eye to eye, it's because you're not listening to your feelings. You're not listening to what your heart says. Maybe it's time to give them a second chance. Maybe it's time to pull down the ego. Maybe there is ego. Well, yeah, there's ego with divine feminines as well as divine masculines. Just we talk more about the divine masculines having the ego because they do have a lot of ego. But that's like saying divine masculines don't have emotions. So they both do. It's just in different ways. Opening up your heart. Opening up that heart light, as it says in this card. Opening up what inner truth you have. Because everything is going to be okay. Just don't worry. Stop letting the stress bring you down. Breathe. It's a time of new changes, new beginnings, new horizons is on its way, but you have to let it just come through. You have to just let it shine, okay? Not letting other people dominate you, but letting people see the type of person you are inside and out, so that they can reflect the inner light inside of them. Remember, we're all equal, guys. We are all the same. Some people are, you know, a little different than others, but basically we all work the same way. Our bodies work the same way, and, you know, that's just the way life is. So when we're spirit is basically all connected, the way we are all connected, we are united as one. So why don't we all just try a little bit harder? I mean, that's my philosophy. That's the way I think. I think I need to try a little harder so I can help the world, so I can help, you know, the world find peace and joy and just to unite. And whatever your situation is, it's all about you finding the peace inside of yourself to get through it. Nothing is ever easy. We all struggle. We all go through our own challenges. But when we work together and start listening to what our heart light is telling us to do and open up and listen to our true feelings, we can do this. You can do this. You can do this. Okay? So I hope that this reading video resonated with you. There was several messages that just came through, and it always happens when I read these cards. I love these cards, both decks, that is. There's a lot of messages that came through that sometimes you have to meditate over it, because you say, I know what she's talking about. Well, I even say, I know what that person's talking about. I just need to meditate over it because I'm not getting it completely. And sometimes I get it in a dream, and then I will, boom, I know that that's what the message was for me. Write down the messages, whatever it is. And if you know somebody that maybe this reading video can benefit, please share it with them so that they can get the messages as well. Because like I said, this is for the collective. This is a general reading. It's not just geared upon one person particular. I also offer, if you'd like, personalized readings, both phone, chat, and email readings. So I do offer this. It's in my my description area. The links are down below. Also, check out my blogs. I have several articles about soulmates, twin flames, divine partners, just to give you a better understanding on maybe what you're going through. Also, I do have other videos that you can check out, Q&A, and I do plan to make more in the future, just with time. I have no time for anything lately, and this is why I say I'm going to get things done. I'm going to make sure of it. I'm getting my planners out and my itineraries, and I'm going to make everything happen for the spring, summer, and fall, and winter. I mean, for the upcoming one, that is. So whatever your situation is, you need to just plan for it. Put the intention out there, put the positive intention, and guess what? It's going to happen. You can do this. Always say that to yourself. You can do this. Okay? Okay, so I just want one last thing. Thank you guys for all the support and all the love and all the likes and the shares and just everything you guys bring to me. It's wonderful. It's a positive energy exchange. And I know I say this every week, and I'm going to continue to say it. If you have any questions, please post them down in the comments area. I always enjoy talking with you guys, and especially on social media. I'm trying my best to answer everyone in a timely manner. Sometimes it gets a little chaotic, so I apologize if I didn't get to you. I do plan on doing more IGTV videos. I'm crossover with my my YouTube videos, so you may be watching this on IGTV or on YouTube, but with IGTV I have to shorten it because I'm only allowed 10 minutes. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Some people get longer. Oh well, I'll figure it out. I am not that tech savvy as some people are. So until next time, by the way, that's my ring then when someone walks by. Okay, so in case you're wondering what those bells are. So until next time, God be with you all. God bless. Namaste.